Hello students, welcome to electronics online classes. Let's continue with the principles of electricity. In that we have covered up to Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law and applications of Kirchhoff laws, where we have solved some problems, and now we will look into open and short circuit. You might have heard about open circuit and short circuit. Short you might have heard in your day to day life, where ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಸುಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದೆ, ಇಂಥವೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಸಿ ಇನ್ ಓಪನ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್, ಹೌ ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್, that we are going to study now. Okay, open circuit, see this is a small resistive circuit. Earlier it would be like this. Any discontinuity in the circuit is nothing but open circuit. Any discontinuity in the path is nothing but open circuit. Open circuit, obviously current needs path to flow. Whenever there is a potential difference exists, there should be a path for the current to flow. For example, here if this is the circuit and there exists a potential difference, if it is like this, there will not be current flow. We should give the path to current flow. So whenever there is a missing in path, that means discontinuity in the path, there is a open in the path, then that is called open circuit. Open circuit means no current flows through that circuit. So current flowing will be zero in open circuit. Obviously current is zero, so you can expect heavy resistance, high resistance. That means open circuit offers current flow in the circuit is zero, and the resistance in the open circuit, resistance in open circuit is infinite, you can call. Maximum the resistance will be infinite. So because of resistance is infinite, no current flows, you can tell, or there is no path to flow the charges, therefore the current will be zero. So no voltage drop across this resistance, all the voltage drops across open circuit. Therefore the voltage drop across A and B, here in this circuit voltage drop across A and B is maximum. You might have seen in the voltage divider rule, we have solved some problems in that there are 2 or 3 resistors connected in series. In the sense, obviously the voltage drop will be more where there is a larger value resistance. Obviously the resistance is infinite, means the resistance is connected along with this in series, they will be negligible. So obviously the voltage drop across the open terminals will be maximum. Okay, let's consider one more circuit. For example, if this is a circuit, we will call this as 1 ohm, 2 ohm and 3 ohm, and there is a potential difference of 5 volt is applied for this circuit. If you observe any open circuit here, all the 5 volt will drop here between the terminals A and B. I will call all the voltage drops across here, because the current flowing through this circuit will be zero, because it finds a open circuit here. So charges will come up to here, it will not find any path to flow here. So obviously you can tell in the open circuit current will be 0 and resistance will be infinite. Whatever the voltage which will drop here, the complete because no current flows through these resistors, so obviously no IR drops, no voltage drops across these resistors. Obviously the voltage will be, all the voltage supplied voltage will be drops across the open circuit. Okay, and it is in the series circuit. Let's look into the parallel circuit. How does it happens? For example, I will consider a circuit here. R1, R2, R3 I will call. Open circuit. Where it is open, you must see in the parallel. In the series circuit, there will be only one path for the current flow. Same current will be flowing. What about in parallel circuit? Parallel circuit current divides, right? So you expect more branches means more current, more different number of branches, different number of currents will be flowing. For example, the I is a current flowing here, I1, I2, I3 are the 3 branch currents will be flowing. If I open occurs here, what happens? There is no current flow through any of the branches because the open circuit is occurred in the main branch itself, in the main line itself the open is occurred. So no, if I connect a bulb, if I have connected 3 bulbs here, B1, B2 and B3, no bulb will be glowing because the open is occurred in the main branch. Okay. So if open occurs in any of the branches, what happens in that case? If open circuit is occurred in this branch where the bulb B1 is connected, what happens in this case? Only bulb B1 will not glow, whereas B2 and B3 will be glowing as usual. Okay. So only current will not flow in this branch, but current will flow in this and this branch. That is in case of parallel circuits. Open occurs. In parallel circuit, you must see where the open circuit is occurred, where the discontinuity is occurred. If it is in the main line, then no branch currents. If it is in any of the branches, only that branch will be inactive. That means only that in that branch current will not flow. Other branches will be glowing the bulbs connected to them. Okay. This is what in case of series and parallel circuits, and this is enough for you from the point of your syllabus, but we will just I will consider one more circuit just for your knowledge. Here we have connected a 9-volt battery and a 1 kilo ohm resistor and a 3 kilo ohm resistor and a 6 kilo ohm resistor. This is a simple series parallel circuit where 3 resistors R1, R2 and R3 are connected, where I1, I2 and I3 are flowing. So what happens in this case? if I calculate the voltage and current, voltage will be what? 9 volts is supplying. So if I calculate the branch currents here, see what happens. The total resistance, effective resistance will be 3 parallel to 6. See here, these are the 2 points A and B. A, one end of the 6 kilo ohm resistor is connected to A, and one end of the 3 kilo ohm resistor also connected to A. Other end is connected to B, 6 kilo ohms and 3 kilo ohms other end. So these two are considered as a parallel. So RT is equal to 1 kilo plus 3 kilo parallel to 6 kilo. So if I calculate this, I will get 2 kilo. So 1 kilo plus 2 kilo, I will get the total resistance will be 3 kilo ohm. If I calculate the current, I1 is equal to, main current is equal to V by total resistance, that is V is 9 volt, 3 kilo is the total resistance. I will get 3 milliamperes is the current flowing through this circuit. Okay. So I2 will be what? According to your branch current rule, main current into opposite branch resistance divided by R2 plus R3. This is the current divider rule formula. Main current is 3 milliamperes, R3 is 6 kilo divided by 9 kilo. I will get I2 as 2 milliamperes. Obviously main current is 3 milliamperes, I2 is 3 milliamperes, 2 milliamperes, and I3 will be obviously 1 milliampere. Here also you can observe the current, less current will be flowing where the more value of resistance is connected. Okay. This is the case when this circuit is in the normal position. Okay. If I make a open here, if I make a open or some discontinuity occurs in this circuit, what happens? If this is the case, no current flows through this branch, that means no current flows through 6 kilo ohm resistor, because there is a open in the branch. This is considered as one branch. So same current flows here up to this, whatever the current flows here I3 will remain same up to this. So this is considered as one complete branch where we can see a open circuit over there. So when this open circuit occurs, this resistance will be invalid, because earlier when it was connected, these two were in parallel combination, but whenever this current will not flow here, the points A, I will consider this as C and D, the potential at A will be equal to potential at C, because no current flows through this 6 kilo ohm resistor. That means I3 will be 0, so no voltage drops. So whatever the voltage potential difference, potential here, potential at A will be equal to potential at C. That means potential difference between A and B will be equal to potential difference between C and D. The voltage drop across R2 will be equal to C and D. So what happens? The circuit, how it will change? Only you should consider this and this resistor. This forms a series circuit, because this branch will be negligible because it is open circuited. No current flows here. So it is like just connected like this. You can drag A to D. So what happens here? The current I1 is equal to what happens? Here no I1 and I2, only the one current flow, that will be I is equal to 9 volt divided by, these two are in series, 4 kilo, 2.25 milliamperes is the current flowing in the circuit, because when we see a discontinuity or open circuit here in the one of the branch. So in earlier calculation, the total current we have got as 3 milliamperes, whereas whenever a open occurred, the current reduces to 2.25 milliamperes. When the current reduces, obviously the power will be reduced. P is equal to I square R. So, P is equal to, for the earlier calculation, it is 3 milli square into resistance. Total resistance you have to calculate, that was 2 kilo. Calculate this, and 2.25 milli square into R will be 4 kilo. Calculate this. For your knowledge sake I am telling, calculate both and see where the power will be less. Because of open circuit we have got less power. Okay, this is what, this is actually not in your syllabus, only series circuit they have considered and told. Why did I tell? Because in the problem solving, analyzing the complicated circuit, you must be knowing whenever the open circuit occurs, whether you should consider that resistor or not. Okay. Next will be short circuit. Next will be short circuit. The simple circuit see, this is a simple circuit where R1, R2 are connected with the voltage source V and I will be the current flowing through it. Whenever you make this R2 short means connecting a wire, zero resistance wire, it will be any copper wire which possess very less resistance, you can practically you can call that possess zero resistance. So, if I make the resistance R2 short, what happens here? Whatever the current flowing from here, it will come and it finds zero resistance in this path. So, all the current will flow here and no current flows here. No current flows through the resistance R2. So, it possesses zero resistance. It chooses the current chooses the zero resistance. So, in open circuit the current will be zero, whereas in short circuit maximum current will flow. Maximum current flows, and also the resistance here R2 will also the parallel combination. This is connected, looks like a parallel combination where you have connected a resistance here. Here you have a zero resistance. So, if I calculate this is a zero resistance. So, R2 parallel to zero resistance, 0 ohm resistance means what? R2 into 0 divided by R2 plus 0. So, you will get 0 ohm. The parallel combination of this gives you 0 ohm. So, no current flows, maximum current flows here. So, what will be the current? I maximum is equal to V by R1, because only this resistance will be considered, because parallel combination of these two will become 0 ohm. So, 0 ohm plus R1, what? That will be R1 only. So, maximum current will be flowing in short circuit, and short circuit possesses zero resistance. You can call short circuit terminals has zero resistance and short circuit offers maximum current flows through it. So, what happens if it is in a series circuit? It is like this. If you consider any parallel circuit, R1, R2 and R3, if I make this as short, if I make this terminal as short, if I make it in series circuit, what happens? Only that resistance will be shorted. But here, if I make the short circuit in parallel combination of resistors, what happens? Not only R3 will be shorted, but also R1 and R2 will be shorted, because current will be flowing from here. It directly is connected here. The potential at this point is equal to the potential at this point. So what happens? The current will choose this path. All the current flows here. No current flows through this. If I connect any bulbs here, if I connect 3 bulbs here, none of the bulbs will be glowing, because all the current flows through this short circuit. No bulbs will be glowing, but it will not damage this. In parallel circuit, it will not damage this. Once I remove this short circuit, all the bulbs will be glowing as usual. But when it is shorted, all the branches will be shorted. Okay. One more illustration I will consider for short circuit. What happens in case of short circuit? Short circuit, whenever it occurs in your day-to-day life, short circuit occurs means many of the devices will be burn out because of excessive current. Whenever a short circuit occurs, there is a flow of excessive current or maximum current. If I consider this circuit, which is having 12 volt battery, 1 kilo, 1 ohm, 2 ohm and 3 ohm are the 3 resistors are connected. This is a series circuit. I will be the current flowing through this circuit. What happens? Whenever the circuit is like this, so I is this is a series circuit. What will be the value of I? Total resistance is R1 plus R2 plus R3. I will call this as R1, R2 and R3. So I is equal to V by R1 plus R2 plus R3. Then it will be 12 divided by 6. Then 2 amperes of current is flowing. Right? If I make a short circuit here in this terminal, what happens? Short circuit of a 0 resistance, the current will come up to here and chooses this path to flow. No current flows here. So what happens? That time this is considered as 0 resistance. The current will be in this circuit, the current will be V by R1 plus R2, because R3 will be 0 because of short circuited. Short circuit possesses 0 resistance. Then 12 by 1 plus 2 is 3. Then 4 amperes will be flowing in the circuit. Whenever the circuit was in normal position, 2 amperes current was flowing. Whenever it is shorted, one of the resistance, then 4 amperes will be flowing. If I make short here, what happens? Both of these resistors shorted, so V will is equal to I is equal to V by R1. So 12 by 1, then 12 amperes of current will be flowing. See, if a short circuit occurs in the circuit, what happens? Current will be more, excessive current will be more. If you calculate power for this, I square R, 4 into 24 watt will be the power, whereas here I square R in the sense 4 square resistance will be 3, 48 watt will be the power, whereas in this case 12 square into 1, 144 watt will be the power. Think the high power will be there whenever the circuit is short circuited. So because of high power, the circuit components may burn out. It will damage the circuit components which are connected in series with them. Okay, this is what happens whenever a short circuit occurs. Okay. We have seen short circuit in series as well as in parallel. Now we will see whenever a short circuit occurs in series parallel combination, what happens. I will consider this another circuit which is having 9 volt the same circuit where I have 1 ohm to 6 ohm, 6 kilo or 1 kilo whatever, it is 3 kilo. This I have considered when I was telling about open circuit. The same circuit here, 9 volt battery is connected to 1 kilo, 3 kilo and 6 kilo ohm resistor. If it is in the normal case, what happens? The total resistance will calculate, I1, I2, I3 will be there. But whenever a short occurs here, what happens? 3 kilo ohm resistor is parallel with the short circuit. That means this will possess 0 resistance. It will not only makes 3 kilo ohm resistor short but also 6 kilo ohm. 6 kilo ohm resistance was parallel with the 3 kilo ohm resistor. Therefore, if you connect the 6 kilo ohm, you can even connect it here. Both 6 kilo ohm and 3 kilo ohm resistors are in short with this wire. So what happens? This circuit will become I is equal to, this is a series circuit, 9 divided by 1 kilo, then it will be 9 milliamperes of the current will be flowing. What about when it is in normal condition? 3 milliamperes was the current flowing, but when a short occurs, these two resistors are considered as 0, then it will be only single resistance series circuit it will be. So whenever a short occurs, there will be excess current will be flowing. Okay. Okay, this is enough for today. If you have any doubts in short and open circuit means you should remember that 0 current, infinite resistance and maximum voltage drops across the open terminals. In case of short circuit in the sense 0 resistance, maximum current and no voltage drops across that resistance. Okay. So you should remember only these 3 points. Whatever in open circuit, what will be the current, what will be the resistance, what will be the voltage drop, and in short circuit, what will be the resistance, what will be the current, what will be the voltage. That is there in your syllabus. And any doubts regarding open and short circuits, please text me. Okay. Thank you.